Okay, let's talk about Spec Miata shift forks for, I believe, the first time. These happen to be 3/4 forks we're showing, third gear, fourth gear forks, I mean. So on the left side we have a kind of a typically worn one, this fully circumferential wear, the pads are gone. This can happen after only a couple hours of track time, especially with the newer forks from Mazda. The newer forks from Mazda have been really soft compared to what we used to get from them in a street trans. And so if you are a guy that holds pressure on the shifter in between shifts, don't be surprised if your rebuilder tells you that you're replacing the 3/4 fork even though the box may have only been in there 2 hours. So we have cast iron forks on the 1, 2, and the 3/4. The aluminum fork on the 5th reverse fork doesn't really have that problem. So this is a kind of a cast iron quality control issue from Mazda, in my opinion. So what can we do about it? Well, what we can do about it is, once we figure out what the material is, we can harden it and temper it back to try to get back to what seems to be Mazda's formula from the start. So this fork on the right is a new fork that's been treated in that way. So you can see the sacrificial pads are still intact. Now I wanted to show these burn marks because this is what it looks like until you sandblast it. Once you sandblast it, it goes back to the stock coloration per se. And in my experience, Mazda's hardnesses on the forks have been all over the place. They stopped machining these pads fairly recently. I contacted them about it. They're starting to machine them again, so I don't know if that's just by accident or if they started forgetting to machine them. But the point is, the hardness and the coloration of these have been all over the place. So you've got to decide for yourself whether doing something about this wear issue is an OEM equivalent process where you're just making a part as good as Mazda has made somewhere along the way, or is this exactly the type of sort of tech shenanigans that you don't want to be a part of? It's against the philosophy of the class. You got to decide that for yourself. But I just wanted to make this video and let people know that there is something you can do about this. You don't have to keep buying these forks over and over. If you get the treatment right, you're approximately doubling the hardness, approximately doubling the strength, and you're not affecting the brittleness. So that's about what this material will take. And again, once you sandblast it, you won't see these burn marks anymore. It'll go back to the coloration that you received the part from Mazda. That's all. Bye.